Wow!
Let's get started. We're at the church training to be a soldier because all churches have sparring fields in their backyard. Vario seemed very upset when he passed this way. Perhaps you should look for him. Working on it, but first I have to talk to this old man. Max, I wasn't myself. Kate had some power over me. Can you forgive me? Yeah, sure. Thank you. I want to help you, sir. Why do I have such a hard time talking? I'm a king. My speech abilities should be better than this, but I'm always just stumbling over my words. It's quite baffling. You should see me when I'm giving speeches to the nation. It takes me 10 minutes to get through a paragraph because I just keep fumbling over all the words. When I'm writing them down, it goes perfectly fine, but as soon as I get up there and start talking to people, well, then that's all she wrote, you know what I'm saying? Ah, who am I kidding? You never talk. What would you know about this kind of dilemma that I suffer when I haven't heard you say a single word this entire journey? Not that I've been with you for the entire journey, but whenever I have communicated with you, all you do is nod or shake your head. So I have to assume that's how you communicate with other people. How do you even run an army when you don't talk? Do you just point? Do you just point it at one of your soldiers and then up in a random direction and then they know what you're saying even though they're on the other side of a mountain? Like, how does that work?
I'd better collect some sand just to be safe, she moaned. She turned her hand into a hairdryer and sucked up sand to spray at any enemies that come. What kind of plan is that?
Move! 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 I was going to look for you. First, listen to the king. Also, why did you sneak in from the back?
I'm so mad. Do you want to know why?
No.
Why I never... How rude!
Did I just lose because of the turn order? None of this is really particularly useful at this time, so... Yes, I did. Go! Teamwork! Santa powers! Uh-oh. Low down!
I'm okay, he answered. But not for long, Gutsman shouted, throwing a car at Mega Man and not missing. Where did he get a car? And why did I have to specify that he didn't miss?
Let's utilize this halberd while you have it, Vankar. And miss. And miss. Back then, I believe there were 2 rating systems, and the ESRB was just the one that lasted. That's how business works. You don't have anything useful, but you can help me out because I found this man named Kenji in the bushes outside and I'd like to sell him to you for 3 coins. The worth of a man is 3 coins. I sold a bikini for more than that. Enjoy your life, Kenji. As a piece of merchandise that's worth less than an herb. Treasures! Treasures? Money! Drat, more gold coins? Shucks, I thought I had a fish. Just toss them back. But here, fishy, fishy, fishy. If you didn't want the coins, I would take them. I could use coins. Because my friends keep dying.
Oh, jeez. Whoa. Bah!
That was almost awesome.
I don't have to worry about dying. I just have to worry about my level up sucking. Well, a guest, would you like to hear a secret? Yes, is it how to get money? I think our missing friar is in Ring Reef. Call it a hunch. Don't tell anyone. Why would I not tell anyone? Why haven't you told anyone so they can go help him? Does that statue have boobs?
Next, Mega Man picked up and threw it.
Why does a skeleton need pants?
Alright, let's just get through this sentence. Next, Mega Man picked up...
Onward to our homeland to defeat the evil forces that are allegedly evil. Even though they may not be evil, they're just our enemies. So they're evil, apparently. Go back to your headquarters and get ready. Then you'll meet your doom. Wahahaha! I am such a wicked and despicable villain that I'm going to let you prepare for battle instead of just killing you right now while you're alone and isolated. Fools! Light will never defeat the darkness. Except for right now, how it just did. Our king is a believer in helping those in need. Well then, he won't mind helping me by letting me steal his treasure chests.
You're a true hero.
She's had it. She's just so frustrated with this. She's like, just die, you son of a... Good riddance, insect! And then she's gonna leave to not make sure I die. Max, run! The ship's going down! Or you can just stand there. You know, snow her rush. Boat's only going up into flames. Don't need to hurry or anything. Take your time. Nothing bad could possibly happen if you stayed on there any longer. Bye, boat. Smoke rose from the power ring. That means if I use it one more time...
Oh no! It's melting! My precious power ring! Gone forever!
And if I do that one more time, she'll level up anyway. What? That's not healing.
Renegade for life.
A character with lower agility will almost always go faster. I mean, give up, Roll shouted, jumping at Gutsman, but he just grabbed her leg and tossed her through a closed window. Then he walked up to Mega Man and tossed him straight through a metal wall, but Mega Man just got back up and blasted Gutsman's head off. I wish I could read this with a straight face, but I can't.
With that, I'll see you next time.
But is this the end of Dr. Wily? Maybe, Roll answered, just as the lab exploded. What? There's a climax for you.
My husband is finished! I read that wrong and completely changed its context. It leaves him vulnerable to that Dark Elf who will deal a lot of damage.
But he should, or he won't attack at all.
They're generally more powerful. They hit harder, they throw the ball faster, they jump better. They're just more efficient players.
Let's get Arthur closer, but not engage yet. Same with Low. Low might actually need to be a fighter. See, oh dear. Okay.
Not yet, Dr. Wily shouted. I'm not going to let it end unless I win. You'll never win, Mega Man said. Yes, I will, the doctor shouted. Mega Man, Bubble Man, attack! What?
How are you gonna miss a stationary target?
Oops.
You're fine. You're magic. You're an elf. Elves have magic powers and can survive an arrow to the face. 2 arrows to the face.
Now if the bubble pops, he will fall into my fire and burn. Ha 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 ha! He laughed, running off. Dr. Light, what do we do? Roll asked. I've got an idea, Dr. Light mentioned. First, I couldn't even continue reading that. Alright, let's get... This is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I've got an idea, Dr. Light mentioned. First, move the bubble away so it's not above the fire. Then pop it. No shit. He says that like it's some brilliant plan, but... Duh!
You know what? Let's do it. But let's be fancy about it. Backflip, backflip, backflip. Well, that's disappointing.
I just don't think this guy can make up his mind who he wants to try and kill first. The dwarf or the wolf. Both are equally terrifying to have to fight, so... I guess it makes sense that he'd be a little indecisive.
Oops, oops, oops. I hit the wrong button. Hit the wrong button.
If Luke hadn't died to that critical hit because I was trying to feed the healer to Blue, that wouldn't have happened. I would have been able to have Luke there to help take out the golem and everything would have been cool.
Just you wait. I'm making the greatest dragon cuisine ever.
Crashman is like a living missile launcher. He's not, but this being a futuristic game, it's naturally got to have future names. And we've got plenty of classic, futuristic, sci-fi, cyberpunky names in this. Like Raymond and Taiwan 2 and what kind of insane person names their kid Anthrax? Probably the same sort who builds a robot and calls it Wang.
With every promotion, we reduce the count of exposed horse butts in our party. It's a terrible price to pay, but it's worth it for greater strength.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Help! Help! Blue Max! That's Karen's voice! Bravery powers activate! Hold up, I'll go help once I get this treasure. Now it's just you and me, Elliot. And by you and me, I mean you being just overwhelmed by 10 other soldiers while Max goes off and hides in the bushes somewhere.
I'm only brave when I have to be.
Just look, don't touch it or the train will start to move.
Ooh, what does this button do? Please, please, do not push the button. You have no idea what it...
As I think I said in an Okami blah blah blah. I'm not wearing a shirt.
I can move, Mega Man said, blasting Flashman in the chest, setting him to self-destruct in 2 seconds. Ah! Ah, Mega Man shot it. Wait.
Be quiet, Britt. He's a guest. How do you know that? How do you know who I am? Before I even entered the room. For all you know, I could have been a threat that that kid just outside was patrolling for, but you're like, oh, he's a guest. Let him in. It's okay. Who are... You just acknowledged knowingly that I'm a guest. So let's start by having May not with the weapon equipped. Oops.
Not that Mario's bad, per se. It's because Mario sucks.
Per se. Jeez, does anyone appreciate Latin anymore?
Onward. Yes, onward. Except not. Because I need to go back to town and buy stuff.
If I win, I keep Dr. Light and the other half of the crystal. And if you win, it's the other way around. Just then, a rabbit appeared in front of them and exploded. What? Since when does Mega Man have exploding rabbits?
I need to figure out what I'm going to do with my things. Let's just park that there. Really? Move, your fat ass. No, wrong way. Get out of my headquarters. You don't belong there. Oh boy. This may take a while. This may be the first time in my entire life I've needed to use this particular headquarters, and I can't get inside because of this fat ass. Can I just impale this guy with my sword? No one would miss him, right?